The State Project Office, State Education Mission Authority of Meghalaya, Shillong, in collaboration with the Meghalaya Bharat Scouts and Guides Shillong headquarters today, organized World Literacy Day 2021 at a function held at the Auditorium Hall, Meghalaya Bharat Scouts and Guides headquarters Shillong. D.P. Walang, Additional Chief Secretary to the Government of Meghalaya, Education Department and State Mission Director SEMAM SSA, attended the program as chief guests. The theme for World Literacy Day 2021 is Literacy for a Human-Centered Recovery, Narrowing the Digital Divide. Speaking on the occasion, D.P. Walang stated that the main objective of the program is to raise awareness about the importance of literacy as a matter of dignity and human rights. The aim is to have a literate and a sustainable society by advancing literacy, by imparting education to all who are in the purview of receiving education, and also to bring back children who are out of schools or institutions to the mainstream or to educational institution. Dwelling on the theme, he mentioned that the word recovery directly implies the impact of the pandemic in the last 2 years of the educational system. During the day, a session on free and compulsory education as per Right to Education Act 2009 was also conducted by TTM Sangma, Special Officer for Meghalaya State Legal Services Authority. An awareness program on tobacco use among students, which is part of Tobacco Free Educational Institution program, was also given by Dr. Lana L. Nongri, State Nodal Officer, Tobacco Cell, Health Department. A testimonial of out-of-school children on continued learning during the pandemic was also shared on the occasion.
All of you on this occasion of World Literacy Day. Started in 1966 as declared by UNESCO and celebrated for the first time in 1967. So every year we have been celebrating. The whole idea and the whole objective of this day is to raise awareness about the importance of literacy as a matter of dignity and human rights. This is the main objective of observing the World Literacy Day. The aim is to make sure that we have a more literate and sustainable society by advancing literacy. How do we advance literacy? By imparting education to all those who are within the purview of getting educated, and also, as we have seen, to bring those who are out of schools and out of institutions, who are out of the system, to mainstream them and to bring them back to the educational system. Now, the theme in this year is very important and very eye-catching. The theme of the World Literacy Day this year is Human-Centered Recovery to Narrow the Digital Divide. Recovery from what is the first question. Recovery from the impact the pandemic had in the last 2 years on the educational system. So how do we recover? We can recover, of course, by what we are resorting to, that is using technology. That is the most effective way. But to have a proficient and an optimal solution to this, we need digital inclusion. Now, are all the students covered digitally? That's the first question. We have not conducted any formal survey, but a random sampled survey made through telephone calls, made through conversations across the state will tell us that digital inclusion is still a dream. In fact, in the urban areas, only between 50 to 60% disruptive technology. Disruptive in the sense that it's something new, something which is unthinkable maybe a few years back, but bring changes in the processes with a positive impact. If we were digitally included in the whole state, Yes, it would bring a huge positive impact, but because of the huge gap we are suffering, the students are suffering, therefore we have to move ahead and start classes early. We have not even changed the syllabus, we have not truncated the syllabus this year because we are going to extend the academic calendar, because what we have learned from last year after truncating the syllabus, that the process of learning also got impacted. For example, if there are 5 chapters and we have continued with chapter 1, chapter 3 and chapter 5, missing chapter 2 and 4, in many cases that level of continuity is not there anymore, and therefore it impacts the learning process of the student. Therefore, we have decided this year, let's see, we will try to go with the whole syllabus. We will increase the academic calendar, will extend the academic calendar beyond December, which we had announced initially, and with the hope that it will bring some positive change, positive impact on the students, and there won't be any gaps in their learning. Now, what is the biggest challenge in the state of Meghalaya today? If you look at the NAS report, that is National Assessment Survey report, which they conduct at 3 levels to see how much the students have learned, we have found that as far as English is concerned, as far as social science is concerned, we are doing okay compared to the national average. When it comes to science and maths, we are below the national average. And the worst thing is that our foundations are very, very poor in the schools. Therefore, Government of India has noted that there is a basic flaw in the learning system. And foundation is poor not only in Meghalaya, but it's poor throughout the country. Therefore, focus now will shift to foundational learning and numeracy. A new mission is going to start, FLN mission, Foundational Learning and Numeracy Mission, under the overall umbrella of SSA, to focus and concentrate more on the foundation that is given up to class 3 for the students throughout the country.
For example, the corona we have right now, the COVID-19, we've had to make certain changes in our lifestyles, in the way we conduct ourselves, and also society has to change according to the advancements in science and technology. All aspects of our lives have changed. I'm sure all of you have been touched in different ways or have been affected in different ways, and you've had to make certain changes in your life. It would be a grave mistake, I can say, that if we believe that we can conform to the anachronistic concepts of education and be encumbered or be entangled in the rigmarole that we believe that that education has to be a certain way, or it is set in stone that education has to be imparted in a certain way. As earlier, I think the chair for today has touched upon a certain topic, and even the respected Shri A.C.H. Malak has touched upon the digital divide. I think the coronavirus has really, the epidemic has really caused, for us to see the digital divide that is there in society. We have had to relook into the way we have conducted ourselves, and also the way education is imparted in the society had to be relooked because of the COVID situation. The lack of infrastructure, or maybe the lack of access to mobile phones or internet, that has really divided society from the haves and have-nots. Education is a very important concept, and you can see it in various parts of the Constitution. As you all aware, that we have the fundamental rights, then we have the fundamental duties, we have the directive principles of state policy. Article 21A talks about the right to education. Education is enshrined in the Constitution as a fundamental right, and it is enforceable in the court of law. So we, as on part of the Legal Service Authority, have a mandate under the directive principles of state policy under Article 39A of the Constitution to impart legal education and to also make justice accessible to all. So the Supreme Court and the National Legal Service Authority have devised ways for all the state legal service authorities and the district legal service authorities to create awareness through these kind of programs or in collaboration with various departments. And I'm sure all of us are very well aware of our fundamental rights. We often press for our fundamental rights. We need this, we need free speech, we need freedom to go about anywhere in the country. But many
Lay together we can change the world. Lay the puzzle pieces out, find out what it's all about. Together we can change the world. Can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world. Still past where it's been charted. Roll your sleeves up, let's get started. Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world. With our hands and with our hearts, we can dare to make a start. Together we can change the world.